Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. On first down, Watson. Completion left side to Miller. And right away, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Locke. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Whitney Merciless in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Luck now on second down. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Faking the give. Now Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And Miller with it over the middle. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. First down carry now for Miller. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Second down, here's Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This is the running back, Blue. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. On 1st and 10, Watson. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. To throw on second is Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it won't be easy.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. Reminder later tonight, a good one down in Miami. It'll be the Raiders and the Dolphins. A lot of playoff history between those two in the 70s.
Yeah, there sure is.
And then tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 9, the unofficial halfway point of the season with the Lions and Packers from Lambeau. Shift together here from the D-line. Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Locke. They go with a screen to Gore. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now a play fake, and it's Locke. He'll buy some time right. Looking deep for Hilton. And a shot taken on 3rd down. Successful. 4th down now. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. first down throw, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and that'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
On second down, here's Miller. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Ohio! Here we go!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And finding Fedorowicz. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Let's go! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex Ohio! Ohio! Watch quick! Watch quick! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Yeah, baby! Boom! Come on, let's go! What? Flex round! Ohio! 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 Here we go!
They'll run it again with Miller. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Let's go, Ohio!
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And incomplete here on 3rd down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Second down, this is Gore. Gore fighting him off, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Now a first down throw, Locke. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. first down and score. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards. And now 1st and 15. Back to throw. Love. Flush to his right. Room here to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The throw on 2nd down is Locke. Catch left side here by Aiken. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Luck says, let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line. Luck. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, they'll run with Gore. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. And that 3-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the 2nd quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Watson now to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Watson on 1st down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Fuller. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
To throw is Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Luck. It's caught by Moncrief. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Play fake to Gore. It's Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. Jump into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go!
From the gun, here's Watson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's Luck now on second down. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Luck gives to his running back, Gore. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. 1st down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They'll try the air now with Luck. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. He's got room to run past the 20. He's at the 50. 30. 20. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 95 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but not them just taking it. Big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Terrell Basham. In from his linebacker's spot, he's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! Ohio! 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 Let's go!
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he's going to go down again. John Simon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Let's go! Ohio! 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 Here we go!
3rd and long. It's Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Gore showing age. It's just a number. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Shift together here from the D-line. On first down, Luck. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first and goal, Gore. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Play action. It's Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Zach Cunningham with a pick.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here we go.
After the interception, here's Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They go play action here on first down. He's got it at the 15. A big-time play there for the Texans. 53 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Watson looks to throw again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And the Colts getting ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On the run, this is Michael. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw, eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Hilton. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Colts on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Locke. Caught left side by Hilton. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On the counter, it's Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Again, it's Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Texans on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Shane Leckler now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Luck now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. And Charles, I think when this